me when.
Go.
Okay, guys, this is a stack of the books that are in our letter A bin, okay? So again, when we're teaching this sound, we're mainly teaching that the letter A says ah. Yes, it also says A sometimes, but our main focus with the kids is going to be ah, because that's what they see more often. It shows up more often in reading. If you're doing the Secret Stories Better Alphabet song with Jack Hartman, then I think they're getting the picture, because it does, A says ah, ah, ah. A can also say A. Anyway, okay, so here are the books that we have available to teach this. Through our lessons, depending on which one you're teaching, we have themes of apples, ants, alligators, anything else? I think that's about it. Anyway, you'll see what we have right here, and these are all options for you to use when you are talking about the letter A, ah sound. How do apples grow? Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Here's another alligator one. This one's kind of a fun one with Charlie and Lola. I dare you to read it in an English accent. Charlie and Lola. This is Apple Farmer Annie. Little Mouse and the Big Apple. This is kind of an informational one right here that talks about planting a seed and how it grows into an apple. One Red Apple. This is a cute one where an apple falls on a little, I believe he's a hedgehog. This is one we use for one of our lesson plans, 10 apples up on top. Another informational one, National Geographic. Okay, guys, oh, ants. I think I didn't mention ants. This is a really cute one. If you're going to read this one, you need to do it kind of rhythmically. I'm just gonna, I know, sorry, Olivia, I'm messing up your video, but there's a lot of words in it, and they can be a little bit boring for kids. So I'm just gonna tell you what I do. Well, I saw an ant on the railroad track. The rail was bright, the ant was black. He was walking along, tickety-tack. That's the sound of an ant on a railroad track. So you kind of hear that it has a rhythm, and you have to read it this way. Now this little ant was in search of a snack, an eastbound ant on a westbound track, looking for a crumb or a nut to crack on the shiny bright rail of a railroad track. See, that's a lot of words, and if you were just reading them straight, the kids aren't going to understand it. They're going to get bored really quick, so you have to keep them going with that. And who am I? I'm Switchman Jack, just working my shift in the switchman's shack. I switch the trains from track to track as east goes west and forth goes back. So I don't know if you can see me, but I'm doing actions. I just settled down with my brown lunch sack, napkin spread, lunch unpacked, when I spied that ant on the railroad track. Hungry, hunting, tickety-tack. Now an eastbound ant will run right smack into a westbound train on a westbound track if the switchman working the switchman's shack doesn't switch that ant to a different track. Guys, do you know what that means? The ant could get run over by a train. This guy, he thinks he can help him, so let's watch and see what happens. Just then, a sound. I was taken aback. My ears filled not with tickety-tack, but a crystal as clear, clickety-clack. That's the sound of a train coming down the track. Everybody do it with me. Clickety-clack. Clickety-clack, and it's gonna get louder and louder. The train is coming, and the ant is on the track, you guys. I'm so worried. And on the horizon, sure as shellac, was a freight train freighting down the track, heading straight for the ant, walking tickety-tack. 10 tons of iron, coal pitch black. Now what to do? Think quick, think, Jack, before that train and the ant go whack. So I grabbed the switch and I dropped my sack, pulled with my arms, pulled with my back. Okay, I'm not going to read you the whole book, but do you get the sense of it? This story is not going to be anything at all cool to the kids unless you can like play it up and ham it up like that. I would recommend you practice it a couple of times at home. It's an awesome book. And we do have one of our themed days on ants. I will tell you this, there's a little bit of discussion about the best way to teach that crystal clear ah sound, and the word ant is not exactly approved because you're going and because you've got the N in there, but you know what, we just love it so much. And so the apple pie tree. And then this one we also use for one of our lesson plans. There's an alligator under my bed. This one I actually don't tend to read the actual storybook to them. I might show them that there's a book, but then on the YouTube, and I'm sure we'll have this linked in our letter A, there is a little video where it's an actual animation, not just someone reading the book. It's like an animation of the character in the book and the alligator moving. It's very short, but I feel like it does a better job than even I could do reading the book. So we're going to look for that one on YouTube on the Alligator Day.